I wonder if our guest double stuffs or has been double stuffed.
Oh, come on now.
Excuse me?
How do you feel about the double stuffed Oreos, Mr. Page?
Oh, well, I love them. They're the only ones to eat single stuff for losers. Love the most stuff, too. Those ones are real good.
Oh, wait, what is this?
You only get them at like gas stations because that's pretty much all I eat is gas station food because I'm on the road all the time. Yeah, they're like the most stuff. There's like that much cream filling in them. They're crazy.
Wow. It's like double stuff.
Yeah, it's like quadruple stuffed.
Yeah. Are you a dunker?
I've been known to dunk.
Attaboy.
See, why doesn't Nabisco just put that cream in a can then? Oh yeah. Seriously, just 2 cookies and a spray can. That's all you need, right? And you can make a fucking mango.
Like a can of cheese.
Yeah.
It's $1 million idea there.
Fucking put that shit on everything.
It's called whipped cream, guys.
No. Come on. There's a difference between whipped cream and Oreo cream.
Yeah. I mean, they had to have thought about it. They just don't think it's going to work.
I think
anything's possible.
You have 6 guys right here that would definitely pick up a can.
Fuck
I'll
yeah,
put
dude.
cream in a can for you.
I put my cream everywhere.
Let me ask our guest this. If you had a can of Oreo cream, what other stuff would you put it on besides Oreos?
Biscoff cookies.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
Maybe like a wafer?
I was thinking about titties and stuff.
I mean,
no,
that's not all, Tony.
I meant food, Tony.
That's not food?
Oh, yeah. Come on, dude. Yeah. Titties are nourishing.
Old feeding tubes, huh?
They have their own cream, Tony.
Yes.
Welcome to the show, Ricky.
Hi.
He's a former GCW World Champion, MLW Tag Champion, MLW National Openweight Champion. In October 18th, Clash Wrestling. He's going to take on Krule in a terrifying death match that his boy Atticus Coger set up. Death matches are nothing new to you, but this is a big deal here going into this October 18th show on IWTV. How do you prepare for a match of such magnitude?
I mean, again, nothing I haven't been through before. I think I'm more worried about Krule than I am the match type, to be honest with you. But this stipulation is really cool. It's like I don't know if you know what IWA East Coast is, but there's an old death match company. They did a thing called Death from Above. It's basically like a mousetrap contraption. And you hit these light tubes and these like other things swing down and hit you in the head. So that's what we're doing. It's going to be awesome. But yeah, I'm more worried about Krule than that thing because Krule huge.
And he just was set on fire yesterday or over the weekend.
Was he really?
Didn't Matthew Justice put him in the casket and set that shit on fire?
I did not see that. Not surprised.
It's all the rage on the internet. People are all fucking upset about it. They think they went too far, but it looked great.
Sounds about right.
It's fucking awesome.
Oh no, the internet's mad about something.
The day that ends in Y.
Yeah.
You're a professional wrestler, but now it looks like you're kind of going into the promoting thing. How do you change hats? Like this Clash Wrestling show on the 18th, Simply the Best, is a big deal for you. How hard is it for you to kind of switch back and forth from Rickey Shane Page, the wrestler, to the promoter?
I hate wrestling on the shows that I'm promoting. I will say that I'm not a fan. But it's not that hard for me. I really enjoy that part of the business, like the promoting and the storyline writing and promo producing. Like I really like that part of it. So it's fun for me. So it's not like I'm like, oh, this is a chore and I have to like do all this extra work. I get to do this and it's fun for me. So, but yeah, I'm putting like everything I got into this show. It's going to be, I hope it's going to be a big deal and it's going to be awesome.
When you say that you don't like wrestling on the shows that you're promoting, is it just strictly from like a time management standpoint?
Yeah, I'm I guess the best word. I'm particular.
Yeah.
About what I want, persnickety, if you will. So I really like to be hands-on, and I want to talk to everybody and tell everybody what I want. And I just have a hard time doing that when I have to also. And then on the other side of me, I'm very much, when I'm wrestling, I want to be the best that I can be. I want to have the best match on the card that I'm supposed to be having. Like, so it's like that is, I guess, the part where there's like two hats is a bit hard for me to juggle. Is I want to put so much energy into my match and into wrestling as I do as running the show as well. So it's kind of hard to balance.
What
Is
was
there
it
a
like working in the
particular? Go ahead, Kev.
Sorry, no, go ahead, Bruno.
Oh, okay. Is there a particular match you're looking forward to besides obviously yours on this card?
Honestly, all of them. I actually am looking forward to all of them a lot. Particularly Homicide and Vincent Nothing. Homicide's like one of my favorite wrestlers ever. And I used to go to Ring of Honor shows all the time down in Dayton and to go see him wrestle. And I have somewhere in my closet, there's like a 20-year-old Ring of Honor Homicide shirt that's like barely hanging on by a thread that I wore till it's like gray now. It's not even black anymore. But and so just to be able to text Homicide and be like, hey man, can you do this? And he's like, yeah, of course. And so that just blows my mind. So, and I've known Vince for 20 years and I know how good he is. And I know that they're going to have like a really good, like strong style match that may or may not get a little crazy because you know how Homicide is.
Can you talk a little bit about your time working this MLW run with Raven and Akira and all that stuff, and how did you enjoy doing those working with those guys?
Yeah. Oh man, MLW was great. I learned so much. I got to really like kind of learn how a TV product works, and I'm very much a person who asks questions and watches stuff and learns as much as I can. And you know, I was an agent there, so I was privy to those conversations, and I was in on like the production calls and things like that. So I got to listen to the people who, you know, make the show happen. I got to listen to them and how they do it, and that was really, really cool for me. And then on the other side of it, the wrestling part, like I got to wrestle with one of my childhood heroes, Raven. He's one of the reasons I got into wrestling, and reasons I cut my promos the way I do. A lot of my stuff is emulated after him. And so it was really cool. And he was so nice and so forthcoming with knowledge and stuff. And he wanted nothing but to help us. And, you know, I got to do a program with Raven in the ECW arena. I don't know. That's like, doesn't get any cooler than that, man.
Yeah, and it came across as a fan as like one of like the hottest things on TV and wrestling at the time. So it was really cool.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We try. Like I said, everything I do, I try to do to my absolute best. As good as I can do it, I want it to be anything that I'm involved with. I want it to be the best.
Was there anything that surprised you in working with Raven during that program?
His sense of humor. So I get this a lot. Like, I understand like a dry humor, like a British humor. I always get that from my friends from the UK. They're always like, oh, you like understand like British humor. And I feel like Raven very much has like a dry sense of humor, but like he'll say like a joke and then no one would catch it. And then I'd catch him. He'd say it and then I'd start chuckling and he'd be like, and I'm like, yeah, dude. He's like, yeah. Because he's so smart, you know what I mean? So like sometimes I think he makes jokes in it over people's heads sometimes, but nah, he's the man. Like one of the things that really did surprise me, I guess it shouldn't have surprised me, but I've told this story before. But he like yelled at me one day because I was doing a lot on the show. I had like a bunch of stuff, a bunch of segments I had to do, and I was getting pissed off because again, I like to do everything the best I can. So I had all this stuff to do. I was getting pulled in every which way, every direction. People were yelling at me to be in places that I needed to be. And I kind of was like, guys, I can't be everywhere at the same time. I kind of got a little frustrated. And Raven was like, hey, come here. And he like pulled me aside. And there's like these stairs that go up to the Eagles Nest up at the arena. And he was like, shut the fuck up. And I was like, what? He's like, shut the fuck up. He was like, they're pushing you. And you get to be on a bunch of segments. What are you complaining about? He's like, just do your job. Shut up. And I was like, yep, yes, sir, will do. And so I did. I shut the fuck up and I did what I was told. So.
I don't want to make this like a podcast about Raven. But last question on him real quick is, do you think Raven as a performer got the most out of the business that he could have?
Oh, I mean, I don't think people realize, one, how long he's been around and like he has been he started in the 80s. He was friends with Shane McMahon, and like outside of wrestling, was in WCW, was in ECW, back to WCW, back to WWE, TNA. Like, dude did it all, you know. So I don't think he gets enough credit.
That's basically what it was. That was the question. Yeah,
he's a genius. Yeah,
great answer.
Well, sweet.
Didn't want to ask another Raven question.
That's many Raven. Listen, I'll start a podcast about Ravens.
He had his own podcast, didn't he?
He does. He still does.
No.
Does he?
He
Okay,
does.
I can't keep track of who everybody that has.
I mean, dude, everybody's got one.
Yeah, we do. Look at us.
Here we are.
Rickey Shane Page is on the line with us. October 18th, Clash Wrestling, simply the best. IWTV.live. If you cannot be in Taylor, Michigan, tickets start at $20. I mean, that's the fucking best bang for your buck. You're gonna see Homicide, Rickey Shane Page, Alex Colon. It's gonna be a great card. Ricky, you've been around for a very, very long time. Did you just shit your pants?
No, my chair's like.
Oh.
Right.
Brother, I'll claim it if I shit my pants. I'll tell you.
That would be huge if you did, by the way.
What do I care?
Yes, we're gonna go right to it then, because I always ask, when was the last time you shit your pants?
Oh God, recently.
Fuck yeah.
God, everybody's been recently
on,
lately.
Hot
It's
streak
great.
for a while. So I'll tell you why. It's not just because I'm like, dude, I got like a bidet and everything. So
Hey, I'm with you. Bidet is the best.
brother, once I went to Japan, I had to. I didn't. There's no going back.
Right.
No. So like, in a few, maybe like a year and a half ago, I had got MRSA, and I had to take antibiotics, and then it came back, so I had to take more antibiotics, and then I got sick. I took 5 rounds of antibiotics in 6 months, and let me just tell you, I was shitting my pants quite often. quite often. I was just like, you know what, dude? I turned 40, and then that happened, and then I was like, well, I can never trust a fart ever again.
Yeah, no, that's the truth. The last time I shit my pants, and we've had this conversation 1,000 times on the show, I was inches from the toilet. Inches.
I have a great shitting pants story.
Here for it. Let's go.
Okay, and it doesn't involve me.
Yeah, we love the tattletale stories.
Okay. Do we all know Bill Carr, Butch, or what is he called? Yeah. Dutch, not Butch. Butch is my boy Pete. Dutch, that's it. I was hanging out with him one time. We were at a the Every Time I Die Christmas show ran by Andy Williams, the Butcher. Maybe that's where I was getting. Anyways, we were eating at Denny's, and we're talking about, dudes hanging out at Denny's talking about shitting your pants. So what else are you gonna do? And he was like, I was like, and Bill goes, yeah, I don't know how many times I have, and he was like, triple digits, and I was like,
Triple?
What? I said, sir, excuse me? I said, so at minimum 100 times you've shit that's once a week for 2 years, dog. Like, what? But then in my head I started going, well, maximum is 999. So where are we at, Bill? Because it matters. I never got an answer.
Have you ever shit your pants in the ring?
No, close though.
Because John Wayne Murdoch was here last week, and he told a story where he wrestled Mance and had to go home early because he shit his pants.
Oh, it happens quite often.
Has it ever happened to someone wrestling you?
He's got another story.
I've been wrestling for 23 years, so this is an even better story. So this was 2006. Wrestling for JT Lightning, Cleveland All Pro Wrestling, Cleveland, Ohio. Me and my tag partner Vincent Nothing, who was wrestling Homicide, we had they did TV, so we had like a quick little match at the beginning of the show. Then during our match, or in between our match, there was another match, like a squash match. And then the promoter was like, oh, JT was like, I want you guys to do another squash match. And we were like, okay, like, I don't know why, but whatever. So my friend who was wrestling in the one match shit his pants while he was wrestling. Then there was a squash match, and then we had to do this other tag match right after. So he comes to the back, and they didn't know that they had to be in this tag match. They didn't know until they came to the back.
Okay.
So they come through the curtain. I'm like, hey, man, we're doing this and this and this and this. And he's going, and I'm like, what? He's like, shit in my pants. And I was like, how much? And he was like, I mean, not that much. And I was like, we don't got time. So we went out there and we wrestled again. And I fucking power bombed him and gave him a T-bone. And
Give him an atomic drop.
Jesus
and he had
Christ.
an undisclosed amount of poop in his pants.
Well, that's rough. Hey, you
Squish
mentioned
match.
Japan. When you went, did you try the raw horse meat?
Sure did. I had
How
it
was it?
multiple times. It was
Yeah?
delicious. Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, I had it just raw horse, just nothing, just with some like teriyaki and a little bit of like wasabi. Then I had it on like a sushi roll that had a little bit of teriyaki sauce on it. So good.
Did you know it was raw horse meat?
Mhm. Sure did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try anything. I'll eat anything. It don't matter to me. What else? I ate chicken bones out there. I ate raw beef liver. I ate chicken hearts. I'll eat whatever they put in front of me. I'll try it.
Chicken hearts are kind of gross. Like they
Yeah, they
got
are.
like this weird like pasty consistency.
Yeah, the chicken bones and cartilage was real weird too.
Like, how did you eat that? Did they just like stew it up and like you're eating
They
like
I think
porridge?
they boil it. They like boil it and they make it kind of soft and then they bread it and deep fry it.
You know what? Anything breaded and deep fried can't be that bad.
You would think. Yeah. It wasn't good.
What they got? Rocky Mountain oysters,
I would have rather have had that than the chicken bones. But
right?
But listen, man, I'm in Japan. I'm, just a poor white kid from Ohio, dude. I'm in Japan. I'm eating stuff. First time I ever had sushi, Tokyo,
That's not a bad place to start.
with
No,
Zack
not at
Sabre
all.
Jr.
Hey, did you buy the panties in the vending machine while you were there?
Nah, that's a rumor.
That's not real.
Nah, I mean, that's maybe certain places, but it's not like it's like everywhere. There's just vending machines every 15 feet,
What's the weirdest thing you ever bought from a vending machine?
like a full meal.
Like ramen soup, like a cheeseburger? Because we got a
like
cheeseburger
katsu
thing at the
chicken,
mall.
like a curry
Really?
with like the chicken, the rice, like everything, and it just comes out of it. Yeah,
I
but
bet
it's
it
like
doesn't.
actually good.
It was good.
Oh yeah, real good.
I'm very
Oh,
upset to hear that this.
One time I went to this
Any vending
restaurant and they
machine is
had
a
like
thing.
there was like a machine and you just had a bowl and you push this button and then just rice just came out and just like all you could eat rice. It was awesome.
We need those machines here.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
No joke.
I have one downstairs.
Fucking hey, dude.
She's not here, and she's never gonna hear this. Don't you rat me out, you motherfuckers!
I'm pretty sure I got her number.
Don't you do it? Hey, RSP. Let's talk about 440H.
440.
440.
440H.
There's like 5 different versions, right? There's like the blue one, the orange one, the yellow one.
Nah, there's only one, really, my one. But we're a little split right now. So I guess there's a blue and a yellow.
Yeah. What's up with that?
Listen, sometimes kids don't want to listen, and I got to teach them things.
What kind
My
of?
students, they're just idiots, and Daddy's gonna come home and put them all in place.
Oh yeah.
Spankings for everyone.
No, it's just honestly, like I was just trying to be the NWO.
All right.
Always wanted to be in the Wolfpack, so Mabel and Wolfpack. Straight up, bro. That's just for real. Have you really watched the 440 stuff? You could say like the 440 Blue. We started doing like a lot of gangster rap stuff, coming out to gangster rap, which Hall and Nash did, and stuff like that. When like they started coming out to the Wolfpack music and being all wearing FUBU and being idiots. Like I'm just copying that stuff.
Okay.
And just making it my own. Like I think a lot of people when they try to copy stuff, they just straight up copy it. And it's like, no, man, you gotta like be smart about it, I take inspiration from everything: movies, wrestling. Like 440 came from my friends. I'll tell you all the inspiration. There was the NWO, DX, the Bullet Club, Schadenfreude, which is a faction that was in the UK during the boom of the UK British wrestling scene, and they were merch machines. It was nuts. Like Walter was in it, Timothy Thatcher, Chris Brooks, Lycos. Like there was the Aussie Open were in it. They were awesome. And so I just patterned stuff after all those groups, and then I made 440.
Is there who's the 440 version of Vincent in your group?
Vincent.
Yeah.
he was in it. Vincent was in 440 for one night.
Did you?
That's incredible.
There's pictures of it and everything. Him and Bob Orton Sr.
Oh, well, that's friend Ace.
Yeah, those are two 440 alumni.
Here's my bodyguard.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking amazing.
Couldn't have two better heaters than Vincent and Ace.
And Cowboy Bob.
Yeah.
You know, there was like NWO, like B team, C team. They were on like WCW Pro.
Yes.
That's what they were for us. You know, when the boys got to wrestle in front of Buffalo Wild Wings in West Virginia, and Bob Senior's there, and you want to put him in 440 for the night to sell a couple more T-shirts, you do.
You couldn't get Horace Hogan to swing by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boulder wasn't in, dude.
I like 440.
Yeah, I'm here for
Yeah, I got a 440 breast cancer shirt on right now.
That's fantastic.
That's
That's amazing.
And you're 440 blue.
Yes, this is an older shirt that we came out with, and we gave all the proceeds away to the breast cancer awareness.
You're pretty nice for a deathmatch guy.
Yeah, we tried. One of the members of our 440's mother had breast cancer, and she's a breast cancer survivor. So we tried to do stuff for it. Yeah,
That's fantastic.
Thanks,
Deathmatch wrestling. We're doing this hell from above or whatever with the fucking mouse.
death from above.
All right, hell from above. I don't know, man. I ain't get my finger stuck in a mouse trap. Fuck that shit. The mouse can fucking live. I'll get some glue traps. I ain't fuck with no mouse trap. What's the worst? So we had John Wayne Murdoch last week, and he said like it's the constant death match is like doing several in a weekend, and then the recovery where like the t-shirt's sticking to you or the sheets to your bed. Like, what's the worst for you?
Yeah, it's the same. When I was doing it like that, I don't do it like that anymore. John Wayne's a maniac. He's the schedule he keeps is absolutely insane. But it was the recovery process. It was just, I felt like my body was just always like repairing itself, so I always felt sick because I was just constantly trying to heal. So that I'd say that's the worst part, and just being itchy, and you know, you go to rub your back and you cut your finger because there's a piece of glass sticking out of your back, and then you're like, oh, I got to get that out of my back now, and like, you know, just stuff like that. I don't miss that part of it, so you know, coming back and doing a couple more of these matches is not looking forward to it, but we're gonna get it, and I'm gonna show everybody why I was at one point best deathmatch wrestler in the world.
Yeah, John had said he it's disgusted, like he doesn't fuck with toothpicks anymore because he was like constantly pulling toothpicks and like not just like pulling them out like skewers, like getting completely underneath the skin.
Yeah, as far as I know, unless he got them taken out, but last time I heard and talked to Atticus, he had toothpicks stuck in his shoulder for like years. So yeah.
Is there anything you ever refuse to do, or?
No. A lot of times people would refuse to do stuff to me that I asked them to do.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
come on. What? Like what?
When I was in CZW, one time I was wrestling Danny Havoc, and do you guys know what a gusset plate is?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, I was a bit inexperienced with those. And you know, back then I was just stupid. So I was like, yo, just put that gusset plate like on my face and just punch it.
Oh,
yeah.
And I was gonna
wonder
let
why
him
he said no.
I was gonna let him stick them to like my cheeks. and my face.
Fuck,
And,
man.
he was like, no. And I was like, come on, dude. And he's like, no. And I was like, all right, whatever. Then, okay, so that night was the first time I had their gusset plates. And I did a swanton off the top and I landed on him. And I remember being like, oh my God, that hurt so bad. And then he grabbed my foot and he pulled me and they were like,
Oh,
and I was just like,
Running, dude.
oh. I was like, I'm so glad I didn't let him punch that in my face.
Were you ever a recipient of the drill dough?
Nah.
Oh, you never got there with Louis?
Nope, never wrestled Louis.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
You know, his kid's following in his footsteps now too.
I saw
there's
Louis.
fucking two of those fuckers running around these days.
This is my. You guys want? I do one impersonation and it's Louis. You want to hear it?
Yes, of course.
Because we all do it too.
I love this shit. That's a good Louis, dude.
I love this shit.
He just makes a noise. It's not even words.
Spot on.
Shout out Louis.
He's the fucking best.
Louis the man.
Okay, so you did the deathmatch thing for a while, right? Like,
yes, sir.
The needle through the dick spot, right? That happened like that's a bit much, no?
Here's my thing. Willing participants. So it's like, if it's a bit much for you, sure, don't watch it. I thought it was kind of gross, but whatever. I think that people forget that XPW is like satire,
right?
And they're like trying to freak people out and do extreme shit. It's literally called like rated R, don't bring your kids, TV mature. Everything's behind a paywall, and then they do something crazy, and people are like, I can't believe they're doing that. It's like,
yeah, but satire's like a Far Side comic, not a needle in the dick.
Yeah, it's like what don't go watch Extreme Pro Wrestling then, maybe, guys. Like, I don't know. But
I actually watched their last, not the last show, the show before that from Newark. Look at what you made me do. Kind of enjoyed it, actually.
Dude, XPW runs good shows. I've been working for him. Like, I have no issues there. Like,
no needles and dicks either.
Yeah, not since I've been there. I know I've been told that they're trying to dial back a little bit on the deathmatch stuff.
All right, let me ask you this: Mickey Knuckles' butt cheeks sticking out, yay or nay?
Nay.
That's what I was thinking too.
I mean, just me personally, I don't like when the girls' asses are just all the way out.
All right, thank you.
Like, it's just too much. Like, and some of them, I mean, listen, girls, wear what you want. Listen, I love it. Do what you got to do. I want you to feel good about your bodies and stuff. But like, there's kids watching these shows sometimes, and like, your whole ass is out. Like, just put some fishnets on or something. Like, just read the room too. Like, if it's a certain show, don't wear that, I guess. I don't know. If I had like a thong on and like my boys were just barely covered, I think people would have a problem with that. But I think Mickey, like I said, express yourself the way you want, but I think Mickey is a legend, and her performance at TOD was like really good, and I think that sometimes her having her ass out overshadows how awesome she is and how tough she is.
I'm excited to see if Tony brings this up in 2 weeks when Mickey is on the show.
Oh, 100% won't.
Oh, come on.
No, I will. That's one of the reasons why we booked her. We got to ask her about the ass cheeks. That's
not one of the reasons why we booked her. Jesus.
I mean, it's low on the totem pole, but for sure. Come on.
Do your thing, Auntie Mickey. I get it, but I know how much of a badass she is. I watched her whole career, so yeah, I just know how fucking cool she is.
Like, I mean, if Goldberg came out in a thong, like, you know, he's a legend, but still, you wouldn't want to see his fucking twig and berries flopping out.
Yeah, exactly. It's just wrestle.
Yeah.
Rikishi was out there with his ass out.
True, but that was his gimmick.
And that was just taken to an extreme level, like, you know.
Yeah, but it was his gimmick. It was what he did. It wasn't like he was like just a random man and he pulled his ass out. His whole gimmick was his ass.
Ah, so like Midian, that didn't fly, but Rikishi, that flies.
Well,
I'm with you.
Naked Midian is his gimmick. If these girls want to be Butt Cheeks Johnson, then I guess they can be Butt Cheeks Johnson.
I could watch Butt Cheeks Johnson.
I think we just found the name of the episode, by the way.
But when will Butt Cheeks Johnson be debuting at Clash Wrestling?
Next show, guys, come to this one, and there'll be a vignette. There'll be a vignette planned for his debut at the next show.
And the funny thing is, I bet you Ricky's already got somebody in mind to play Butt Cheeks Johnson.
Dude, I always got somebody on my sleeve. Don't worry about it. I know some people with some cheeks.
Butt Cheeks Johnson.
I feel like I'm gonna get so much heat for that.
No. Listen, I'm Mr. Sensitive. I'm like Mr. like toe in the line, like PG guy.
Okay.
Butt Cheek Johnson is perfect.
All right.
What so when this Clash Wrestling show goes down Simply the Best on the 18th, what will a new fan to Clash Wrestling what should they expect to see during this show?
I would say even the new fans and fans of Clash Wrestling, it's going to be a bit of a different show. Clash, this is something new that Clash is coming to do with me. They run very much family friendly oriented shows, and have for close to 20 years in the Detroit area. So they wanted to kind of step outside their comfort zone and do something a little bit more mature. So they came to me for it. So a lot of this stuff is fresh, and a lot of it isn't necessarily Clash canon. It was really funny. I tried to get a bunch of the Clash people and Michigan talent on the show, but just none of them could make it. They were all booked already, so which actually sucked. But it's gonna be a bit of the 440 universe, a bit of the deathmatch universe, and just I really like stories, and I really like producing videos and stuff. We put out a video today with Judge Joe Dredd, where we set up his match for the show against one of my students, the Turbo Lover, for the RCW Championship, which is RCW is like my student fed that student promotion I do here in Cleveland. So there's a little bit of that there. So I'm kind of just introducing people to a new world, but also want to show them what Clash kind of does outside of these hardcore shows. I just want to produce something cool and something that you can watch and have a good feel. And I want it to be like epic and like old FMW.
So what are your expectations in terms of how this show will be received for the Clash audience and people that may not be familiar with you 100%?
I think it'll be a different way than indie wrestling is produced, because I don't think indie wrestling is produced. And that's something that I have always tried to implement and change anytime I have anything to do with the show, whether I'm running it or not. So it'll be a lot. There'll be more production. There'll be more thought put into things that I want it to be an entire show that you can watch live on IWTV, but I also want it to be an experience if you come to the show in Taylor, Michigan, and watch it there too. I really just want anyone who comes and watches it to forget where they are for about 2 hours and just watch some good wrestling.
Yeah, and if there's a time now more than ever with everything going on where it's nice to give people the outlet and the entertainment just to take a couple hours to forget about whatever's going on in the world, especially if you're down there in Florida and stuff, because it's some awful shit. And
yeah.
I've unfortunately been through the flooding myself, and I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. So on the 18th of October, if you can't be in Michigan, go to iwtv.live and you can watch this fantastic Clash Wrestling show. You said old FMW, and I instantly went to like a random Bob Backlund 6-man, but that was war. Yes. So
listen, same vibe. I want an epic main event with a sick undercard. It's a little bit of Ring of Honor, IWA Mid-South, and RSP mixed together. And
I like that. If you can find any wrestling and romance out there, I would love to watch that too.
Well, I'll listen. I'm very heavily influenced by old Japanese deathmatch and wrestling.
You can't find it on fucking YouTube, but nowhere. None of those war shows are anywhere.
You ever? Oh man, I wonder if like Naylor or somebody would know.
Dude, that fucking
Rob Naylor.
Yes,
Rob Naylor
doing with Chris Zellner and oh my god, Center Stage Chronicles is fucking awesome.
Yeah, like awesome. I bet Hero has it. Chris Hero probably got a tape somewhere. He's a tape pervert.
Tape pervert. Yeah. I used to buy them fucking. I was a tape pervert too. I'd go through that. I had that RF video catalog, and I would fucking go through it, and anything that was like match in a bathhouse, naked women. I was like, I need to order this tape now.
Dude, it was maybe like 5-6 years ago, maybe longer. RF Video was selling all their VHS tapes, like every ECW show ever, and I put very serious thought into buying it.
So did I. It was like $2,000, I think.
Yep. And then he posted a picture of them in the dumpster, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna drive to Jersey and go get these.
I'd be divorced. I'd be living in a fucking one-bedroom apartment if I fucking spent $2,000 on the ECW tape library, because there's no
on VHS.
You wouldn't be able to. I told my buddy, I'm like, you got an extra. He's like a fucking garage sale dude, I'm like, I'm looking for a VCR. He shows up like 3 days later with 3. He's like, I went by a fucking garage sale. They were throwing them out. I grabbed them.
I got one in my living room right now.
I have, oh no, mine's downstairs now. I keep moving it.
I got one in my living room as well.
I've got 4 motherfuckers.
This guy's making dubs.
I bought one from some lady a couple years ago in Fairfield, brand new in box, $20.
Yeah, but
She
what
never
about
opened the
VCRs?
fucking-
Was
What?
it a Toshiba?
I think it was, yeah.
Ricky, this has been a fucking blast, man.
Thanks, man.
Anytime you want to come back on or you have something to promote, we'd love to have you, man.
Sure. I don't do podcasts often, but I had fun, so I'll definitely hit you guys up if I have something to promote again.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and we're looking forward to the
Absolutely.
18th. We'll promote it on social media. Just
Yes,
tag
please.
it or whatever. And man, I'll be watching, even if it's not live. I'll watch it on IW.
Oh no, it's live. We're
No,
streaming
me-
live.
Me personally,
Oh, I see. Okay.
I work on a food truck, so I can't be around
Okay, gotcha.
Uh,
Listen, I know the food
most
truck life.
weekend nights. So
Shout out to Drew Cordero and Championship Melt out in
Rhode Island.
Massachusetts.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Grilled cheese gimmick.
Yep.
Oh, I love a good grilled cheese.
Come on, Nelly, what are you doing, man?
Now I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Then again, I'm always hungry. So what the fuck is the difference?
All right.
You can follow Ricky on social media at Rickey Shane Page, at Clash Wrestling, clashwrestling.com. If you're going to get your tickets.
.net.
Oh, excuse me, .net. Sorry. I was reading
Okay. No, it's okay.
$20. It's, come on. What do you
Big show for $20.
Yeah,
Well,
it's great. You get the whole family together. You buy some 44 t-shirts. The blue team. Don't go with the yellow shit. Don't
Yeah,
do the-
only blue.
only blue. She needed the money.
Oh,
No.
fucking boo-hoo.
Anything else before we let you go, Ricky?
No, just thank you, and anybody that's a fan of mine that has supported 440 and anything I've done, like, thanks. It means a lot. It really does. And just come watch the show and watch it on IWV or come out and be there live. I'm really excited. And I'm putting a lot into this one, and I'm calling in some favors. So I hope it goes well and everybody has a good time.
Well, good luck, man.
Thank you.
And see you later.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks a lot.
Oh, you know what? No, wait, hold on. I gotta ask because you're from Ohio.
Yep.
And I went after Lord Crew with this.
Well, hang on, real quick. He's from Cincinnati. You might as well be Kentucky. But anyways, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, I know what you're asking.
So I
Oh, here
gotta
we go.
know, right? This bullshit Skyline chili. It's fucking gross. That's my fucking guy. It's
Dude,
fucking
if I
gross.
want fucking spaghetti, I'll just get spaghetti, dude.
Who puts fucking chili on spaghetti? What kind of
They do. Skyline Chili Mac. That's like one of the things they do. It's disgusting.
fucking gross?
Nah, dude. Cincinnati is gross, bro. Don't go there.
Almost dropped a hard R there.
Which one?
The fucking gross. Who does that? I went out there for a fucking baseball game. Like, yeah, Skyline chili. I'm like,
Nah, it's trash,
put
dude.
it on spaghetti. I'm like, what is this?
Nah, listen, come up to Cleveland, go to Swenson's, get yourself a burger, and be done.
There you go.
Once.
Nice. All right. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, Ricky.
Listen, no one shit their pants for the rest of the week, okay?
Try not to,
problem.
Ricky.
No promises. No promises.
Never promises.
Rickey Shane Page. That was fucking awesome.
That was awesome.